So how long you been a filmmaker, youngster?
Not long.
Not long. You enjoy it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
What school do you go to? Turner from where?
I go to Max Hayes.
So do they got like a film program or a academy?
They ain't got none of that there.
So you interning from somewhere though, right?
You Opportunity Unlimited.
Opportunity.
Okay. So the best book you can get for yourself, The 5 C's of Cinematography. Because you know you'll get a job in the industry quicker than a black male would. You directing anything yet? Yeah, you directing.
Yeah.
Still not. Will you do me a favor? Can lose her a little bit? This one? Yeah, the bottom thing. That's good. And then that one, a little bit that way. Yep, that's perfect. All right. Happy Saturday, y'all. We're back with Real Talk with Reese on No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. I am so excited to be back in the studio because it's been crazy. I got a super awesome guest, and we got to get into a couple house rules, house business, and all of those are, you can say whatever you want today.
Oh, that's great. I don't have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it. Only word you cannot say is say Negro. Don't say.
Oh, I won't say that.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but listen. So I know everybody has been on me like, oh my gosh, are you actually in town? Yes, I'm in town. I'm so excited because on Monday, I can't wait till Monday to get here, y'all. Because on Monday, I am taking a real break, meaning it's all going to be all about me, okay? So I have been traveling for 2 weeks straight, and you all know because I had my major little moment on the show. I can't believe I broke down like that. But hey, it's Real Talk with Reese, so we keep it real. And so I have been adjusting to retirement, and it has been awesome, right? I definitely see what God is doing and the alignment that is happening, and it feels good. But I'm still adjusting. And so recently, we just went to Atlanta, so I got to give a shout out, big shout out to CJ Starr, Trey Cole's part of the Comedy Mafia. Went to Atlanta, and man, they tore it up. It was live, like for real. We went, Cleveland represented, and we represented so well that CJ Starr won the entire contest. So she is now going to Vegas, and she'll be participating in a contest in Vegas. So that was amazing, and I'm so proud of her. So proud to be her manager, but she showed up, she showed out. But all the comics were really, really good, and it was Cleveland. There was a lot of Cleveland people there. Yeah, it was a lot of Cleveland people. But shout out to my mom, my aunts, my cousins. Everybody came and showed out, had fun. They definitely got to. CJ and Trey got to learn a lot about my mother, because you know my mother. Y'all think I'm a vibe? I'm half of what my mother is, and she's very honest. Getting ready for the show, and Trey said, "Mom, what I look like? What I look good? I'm ready for the show." He was like 1 to 10. What I look like? You know, Trey think he look good because you do, Trey, young Trey. But she said, "You about a 7." I was like, "Ma, you cannot be breaking my comedians down. Cannot be messing up their self-esteem before they go on stage." But that's my mother. I love her. Thank you, Ma, for supporting and coming out, man. I appreciate it. My mother is like one of the most supportive people I know. And she, no matter what, you know, she flew in town for the Who's Who, and you got to meet her and hang out with her or whatever. She flew in for Jayla's birthday. She don't play about her only child. So, yeah, congratulations to CJ Starr. Also, to Milan, the artist. She is the reason why I can't wait for Monday. Because Milan, you talking about take over the whole city of Atlanta. We had 5 events in 3 days, and she was phenomenal for every event. Like, she really, 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 really showed out at, I gotta give a shout out to Apache in Atlanta. That club is so sensual and so it's very poetic, and it's the vibe that I like. Like the ambiance was amazing. She went in there and the headliner performed. Milan performed before the headliner, and the headliner did her shows. At the end of the show, they wanted Milan to come back, which is major at Apache in Atlanta. I don't know if you've been there. They have two now. They asked Milan to come back up on stage, and when I say that girl could sing, she could sing. She did an amazing job. And tonight we will be at Sam Silks. Milan and Preem are about to tear it up. Like first of all, who don't love Preem? I love Preem. His energy is phenomenal. Plus, he's a great performer. And then Milan too. So you can imagine what that's going to be like tonight. So y'all need to come out and come kick it with me at Sam Silks, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. We're going to be in the building. Going to have some fun. Going to have a great time. I think I'm going to go for classy sexy tonight. I think I'm gonna, because it's a younger crowd, and y'all know, being a manager, I have to adjust to things. So I could do CJ's crowd and all the comedy shows all day, but with Milan, I got to get mentally prepared. Because it's a younger crowd. But what I love about it is to see all those young entrepreneurs, the young talent. They're really talented. Cleveland got so much talent here in this city. We just got to do better about collaborating with each other. But it's a lot of talent in Cleveland. And so tonight's gonna be a vibe. And thank you, Sam Silk, for having us. So we're gonna talk about my guest today. Let me introduce my guest before I talk about a couple other things. My guest today is the Black Swan. Welcome, Black Swan.
I got something.
You have something for me? What? See, life is good. I was feeling good energy this morning.
I got you this.
She brought me a gift, y'all. I always bring a gift, but she has so many of my candles, so I kind of didn't treat you exactly the way I treat all my guests.
It's okay.
Because you have a million of my candles. I always bring in a candle for the guests. I got peace today. Peace. I usually have positive energy, but the last show I felt like I needed peace. So that's what we're rolling with this month. Love yourself. The most amazing candles in the world. My candles do what?
Make you feel good.
Okay. I love it. I love when people pay attention. Oh, you brought me a gift.
So that's a soda night. A soda night.
Wait,
A soda night.
Soul delight.
Yes. I knew that you needed that because of what you've been going through the past couple of weeks. So that is for calmness. It's for intuition. It's for clarity.
For calmness, intuition,
clarity. Clear thoughts.
Okay. This is great. I'm putting this on right now. Thank you. Oh, appreciate it. So listen, we about to tap in. I told y'all I had a lot of people. I got a lot of DMs when people heard you were coming on the show today. And they was like, can I call in? And I told them, so if you do want to call in, it's 216-939-5087. It's Real Talk with Reese. We have Black Swan, and we're open to whatever you would like to discuss. But let's talk about Black Swan. Let's tell a story about how we met first.
I met you on stage.
Because I love to be on stage.
She loved to be on stage.
Some kind of way I end up on the stage.
Talking on a microphone. And I walked in, and I said, I like her. And we just been cool ever since. I think it was during you were selling candles.
Yes, and I think it was during the pandemic.
It was during the
pandemic. A lot of people weren't doing anything, and
we used to go to Cavante's.
Yes, Cavante's, but that was where we first met. Was the one I did on Mondays in. Oh my goodness, because I want to say his name and his place.
That was it's closed.
Is it?
I think so.
No. In Maple Heights. Was it Maple? Garfield. We're going to remember the name in a minute. But anyway, we was there every Monday, and I was there every Monday with a bunch of other entrepreneurs. And we would talk. I would give business tips. I would give self-love tips. And then I would sell my candles. And she purchased a candle, and she was in the audience, and she just had the amazing energy. Like a lot of people come to those events and you like, I'm an interactive person.
Absolutely.
When I'm speaking, and I like to get feedback and feed off people's energy. And she just had, I wanted to call her on stage and be the speaker because she was like giving really real life good advice. And then we connected, and then one of her really good friends, I became the plus size model for the lingerie company, which is called Body Miracles.
Body Miracles. Shout out Body Miracles.
Shout out Body Miracles, which we have a fashion show coming up August 6th.
August 6th.
Yes. And I'm excited about the fashion show, but I'm disappointed in myself, y'all. As I said, this year, from the fashion show last year to this year, I was going to get all this together. I was going to take this down a level, and
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you. I'm going to make it do what it do. Right? It's plus size for a reason, right? So anyway, but that's going to be a phenomenal. So then we connected even more when I became the plus size model,
yes.
And you were her best friend, and we've been joined at the hip ever since. Like literally, she comes to everything, she supports everything, but it wasn't about her supporting me, it was about her energy. If you know me, and if you don't, I'm all about energy. I believe that energy and frequency is how you vibrate through life, is how you predict your journey. And if you vibrate high and you vibrate on a positive level, then more things come into your life. And we connected because she was always energy, always up here. And I like to keep it real. People say it might be a little blunt or whatever, but I always keep it real. I feel like people need to hear real life advice in order to grow. And this girl, keep it real. So we got together, and then she knew I had published 3 books. She said she wanted to publish a book.
I wanted to publish a book.
And we have been connected, and she is now on tour for her Black Swan poetry, where she tells real life. These are real life poetry. And a couple celebrities are scared to come to her events here in Cleveland because she's talking about it. But she does not give their names.
I don't give names.
She does not give names. But I've actually figured out. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
If you know them, you know. You can figure it out.
Yes. I would like you to read one of them, maybe. I don't know. See how it feels. You know which one I like. So anyway, tell us a little bit about Black Swan. What made you start doing and writing poetry? Where did that come from?
I moved back here from Texas, knowing I was getting divorced. I wanted a divorce, but I knew I had to come home because I needed help.
Okay.
He was overseas in Bahrain, and I didn't think that we talked about it. And we have 5 children.
Wow, you look amazing. You have 5 children? Ooh,
the youngest is 13, the oldest is 31, 32. So I didn't think, because I've been with him since I was 16. So everything that I asked him for, he was like, yeah, I'm going to do this, and don't worry about this, and don't worry about that. But I don't think that he really thought I wanted a divorce, because he would say things like, nobody's going to want you with 5 kids, or look around you, I paid for all of this, or check your closet. One time he told me to check my closet. I didn't know what that meant. I had to call somebody. I was like, why do you keep telling me to check my closet? And she was like, because he's trying to tell you that he bought everything. I was like, oh. But he came to visit for a couple of weeks. So he retired. And I guess he thought that I was still going to want him. But I didn't. He's done so much dirty stuff to me. And he was like, I'm going to Alabama. And he left. And that was 4 years ago, and I ain't seen him since. Nor have my children. So that was, I had to move out of my house, take 4 of my children, move in with my mother and my father, who had dementia at that time. So it was a lot.
That was a major transition.
Yeah. And then we were kind of like stuck upstairs, so I called my children flowers in the attic.
Okay. Flowers in the Attic, so poetic,
Because we
right?
had to, like...
I remember that book, too.
Yeah, we had to, like, be quiet. I had to get a job. Even though I worked, I never really had to work a lot because I was married to a chief in the Navy. And he just started doing like real nasty things to me. And it was COVID. We had nothing to do. So I just started, blogging. Just started blogging. And
Was it therapeutic?
it was very therapeutic because I was in a deep, dark place. It was, and then COVID hit, and I'm stuck upstairs with these 4 kids.
Oh my gosh, that was major.
Yeah.
You leaving your fabulous life, your fabulous home, being taken care of financially, but mentally you were. That sounds like. And then you go move back to Cleveland to your attic where your parents also are going through some medical stuff.
Absolutely.
With 4 kids, I have 4 kids. You have 5. That's no.
It was traumatic. It was traumatic, and for my father to transition the way he was, my mother wasn't used to it, so she was traumatized too. So now everybody in the house traumatized. It was very hard. So all I could do was write. That's all I could do. I didn't even know I could do it, and I just started blogging and blogging. And one day, one of my childhood friends DM'd me, and he was like, "Hey, when you gonna tell your story?" And I'm like, "Tell my story." He like, "Tell your story." So I started talking about things that were going on, like dating different people, different dates that I had been on, just little stuff. But I started writing one book. And then when I started writing one book, one of my girlfriends said, "You need to make a book about all these dates and all these people that you talk to."
Yeah, because you call us with these great stories. I love when she has to touch like, "Girl, let me tell you about last night." I be like, I'm sitting on the edge of the couch like, So.
And then I think I took one of the stories, just sending it to you.
I thought it was fake. I thought it was somebody else's story when you sent that to me. I mean, I didn't know you wrote it. But. So were you always a free spirit?
No.
Sexually free like that?
No. I was a military wife, a hidden military wife to be exact. A lot of people would be like, "Oh my God, Gaines, that's your wife? Oh, that's your wife?" Because he was running around pretending like he was Tracy Morgan.
What you mean by that? What? What does that mean?
He was catfishing people, pretending like he was Tracy Morgan.
Oh, real life?
Real life.
Oh my goodness. This is what?
Real life. And I didn't,
Was he shorter? He shorter than you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
But what happened was his penis ended up on Facebook.
Okay.
So that was the straw that broke the camel back for me. So here we are. Now I'm taking those dating stories for those of you all that I've dated.
Be careful. Be careful if you date this one.
If you're worth telling a story about. And I don't know what happened. I guess I just transformed.
So what do the stories do? Like when you're writing out these stories about your experience, were you writing that story to just like, because sometimes we kind of connected because I went through a divorce.
Right. We were at the same time.
At the same time, 27 years later. And I know for me it was different to date because I had been with the same person. Like I was a good girl. I was a good woman, good wife. So I had been with the same man, same experience for 30 years. And it was definitely different dating. So you had to learn yourself.
You have to learn
I had
yourself.
to learn what I liked, and I learned that I liked a lot of different things that I did not know that I would like. And so I learned a lot about myself, and even trying to see, because you in your mind think you like this particular type of man,
right,
or whatever it is you're dating. You think you like this particular type of person, but I definitely dated outside of what I thought I liked. You know what I mean? Just because I wanted to experience different things. Different people, and I didn't want to like be closed-minded about anything, which was fun. However, to sit down and write it out, I used to write out my day, but not the sexual experience, because I wanted to go back and see, am I progressing? how I was feeling on this day in this kind of therapy. What made you write out your sexual experiences?
Because I had a poor sex life.
Okay. So you was excited about your new sex life.
When I found out that there were other positions beside missionary, cowgirl, and getting it from the side.
Okay.
And I had never really had an orgasm.
Is cowgirl
That's just
riding on top of her?
I like the verse.
That's my favorite.
Myself.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
position.
me too, because I like to be in control.
Okay. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. I had never had. So there's, I don't know if a lot of women don't know this. There is clitoral stimulation, and there's an orgasm. I was just having clitoral stimulation. I wasn't having orgasms.
Oh my gosh, for 30-some years?
For 30-some years.
Baby.
I know. And then when I had my first orgasm, I was like, oh, is this what that is?
That's why she started writing. That I get it.
And then I realized, like, I really like sex. Like, you know, the last 5 years of my marriage, I had to get, like, drunk for him to touch me.
Wow.
So I knew it was over. Like, I had to get drunk. And then he would say, you're never romantic unless you're drinking, because I don't like you.
Yeah, that's a sad place to be.
So I think in that particular point, I was probably having pity sex. And then I got back here, and I started having real sex.
And you enjoyed it.
And
you know what I like about, because a lot of people are scared to talk about that. But I will say, for different people, but I believe in this, and I talk about this, y'all know it, I've said a lot. I think that orgasms are healing.
They are.
It clears your mind. I'm like, however you have it, yourself, with someone, or whatever. I think it's important, and God designed that. I'm not even trying to be funny. People think that I'm like being silly when I say that, but it really does clear, for me, it can clear your mind. Like if I'm real off track and I just can't get it together, I honestly can say, poor baby over here, we got an intern here, but that I'm not saying that is the end all to be all, but at orgasm, definitely the serotonin levels and everything that it stimulates you, that goes through your body when you have one, I can think clearly. Like it's part of, that's why when I see sex education, it's therapeutic for you. But it also, not just anybody, don't just be running around, y'all.
Y'all having sex. Don't do that.
But you have some good stories about that, though. But but I do think it's therapeutic, and it's there for a reason. Like it opens up so many things inside of you, and it's a very great release.
And you can give yourself your own orgasm. I think that people are afraid to talk about it.
Especially when you love somebody. Like, let me just make that clear, because I love love. If you're in love, it's amazing.
If you're in love. But you can, I'm in love with myself. So I do tend to myself quite often.
Okay. So that oh, go ahead, I'll come back to that.
You can ask.
No, because sometimes if you do that all the time for yourself, it can mess you up when you go to have sex.
Oh no, I don't do it all the time for myself, because you know
some people can't do it.
I have a lot of sex.
So let's get back to the poetry, because this is how it be a sex show. Let's get back to the poetry. So you started writing your experiences down, because why?
When I was doing the blog, people started saying stuff like, this really helps me, or I've been here. People were scared to talk about it. Mm-hmm. People scared to talk about their traumas, their bad experiences, their sexual experiences. And that's when I realized, like, I like talking about it. I like being free. I like being me. And I think it's very hard for a lot of people to accept that I'm like that. And I'm a toucher. You know that. I can feel everything through you, through touch. I can feel
It's real.
I can feel if you bad. I can feel if you good. And sometimes I get that bad from that person, but I feel like I'm a healer, so I can heal them because I'm a nurturer. But half of the time it don't work. But it's just who I am. So the writing, it just helped me become who I am, and it helped me find a voice because I never had a voice.
That's it. That's
Not even growing up, I never had a voice.
As a child brought up in your home, you didn't have a voice. Wow. That explains a lot about you. Because if you don't have a voice and then you're able to be be yourself, it's so invigorating.
Yeah, and then you really finding out who you are. And a lot of us don't even know who we are. A lot of us will never know who we are. And I'm still learning myself daily. But I didn't like myself. I didn't even know I didn't like myself.
Deep.
I had no clue I didn't like myself. So going through the divorce, I had to learn myself and like, oh, okay, I like this about me. Or, oh, okay, and there's still some things that I need to work on.
Absolutely.
Because we're all a work in progress.
Yes.
But I realized I like myself, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed of running around naked. I'm not ashamed of people. You know, people have this perception that I'm gay or I'm bisexual. So let me make this very clear. Just because I have a very dear gay friend, bisexual friend, does not mean I'm gay. I love everybody. So no, I don't like women. But sexually. But I'm free. I can be what I want, say what I want, do what I want, because nobody helping me pay any bills. Nobody doing any of that. So here I am.
Do you think that, because I think we had this in common, where women hit on me a lot, and I definitely love men, but no, I don't have a problem with anybody, men who they are. But do you think because we both are like very free spirits, that it just makes people feel more comfortable? What is it? Because
they just come up to you and tell you stuff, and you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah, they love to hit on me, and I'm like constantly. So we was in Atlanta in the strip club for Milan's one of her performances. And I'm chilling, y'all, and I dressed real classy. You saw what I had. Like I was had a nice little flowy dress. I came in the older woman. I'm the manager. I'm not coming in here like nothing. And I sat in the little corner, because I'm still taking it all in. I told Milan like, yeah, we're gonna go a different direction. We really don't need to do the strip club, but she's young. It was booked. She got paid. We were there. It was good exposure. Okay. So when I tell you,
they was hitting on.
Milan was sitting back like, Reese. All the girls kept coming up to me. First they were like, your outfit is so pretty. They literally just kept coming over to me, just like hitting on me left and right. I'm not playing. It was so many girls, and I'm just like, what is it? And I'm just laughing it off like, no, I'm good. No, this. I mean, it was like, you don't gotta pay this. I'll give you a free lap dance. So I was like, no, I'm good. But it was like, I'm sitting here quiet in the corner. It's just crazy. So I asked my cousin, who is, she is in the LBGPTDWXYZ community, and she told me, she said, I love pretty women. And she was like, you got a big butt, and you got to be pretty. That's it. It's nothing. That's nothing you're doing. Because I was going to try to figure out what I need to change.
It's just you and the energy that
people can feel your free spirit.
My brother told me a couple of weeks ago, he was like, I hate to be in your shoes. And I was like, why you say that? And he was like, because you got men and women that like you.
Why would he have to be in your shoes?
I guess he don't want men like him.
Oh. Shout out to your brother. He buys a lot of my candles.
Yes, he
Such
does.
a nice guy. So this poetry, you're getting ready to do a poetry tour with someone who has amazing candles.
With someone that has amazing candles who teaches you how to love yourself, and they make you feel good.
On this poetry tour and the book that you're going to have published, that's coming out in I think January, December, January. What is the book about? What do you want this book to do? What is your goal with this book? Is it personal? Is it for you to have other people feel free and live out loud the way you live out loud, or what is your goal with this book?
It is just a personal journey. Um, it's a lot of sex in the book, but there are some things that aren't about sex. Um, it's about learning, growing, and knowing yourself, and knowing what you like and what you don't like, um, physically, mentally, spiritually. Um, and it's just about my pocketbook.
Pocketbook Memoirs is the name of the book.
Memoirs.
So, now you talk about sex, but I know you, and you really love love. Would you ever get married again?
I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. Because I do love love. I believe in black love. I believe in all of that. Um, I do believe that after being married, I do believe that we could be in a relationship. It's just all in how people visualize it or how you see it. Like if you living together, but God said you should be doing this or you should be doing that, or I just think that if we could have a ceremony, because really to me, marriage now that I've been through a divorce is just a piece of paper saying that you're gonna get his Social Security and he gonna get that. I mean, that's really all it is. I'm already gonna get somebody's Social Security. I'm already getting half of somebody's retirement, so it's really not that big of a deal. And if they want to put you on their insurance policy, they will.
I get that question a lot, and there's a lot of women that are like, "I'll never do it again," and I trip people out because they're like, "You'll get married again."
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I'm not looking for love, but I believe in love, and I do want it. And I have realized, because so I wanted to see where you are, since we have similar lives. I have realized that I'm a relationship person.
Me too.
I had fun after the divorce. I definitely had fun dating and getting to know people. But what I realized is I am a relationship person. God made me to be a wife, honestly, or to be in a long-term relationship. Because I have a lot of love to give, and I'm just being honest. I'm amazing to someone that I love. Like, you're going to feel great. You're going to be like,
well, you're amazing to me, and we don't even have sex.
Exactly. But no, I give my all. Like, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna ride with you. But if we in love and I love you and we, man, I want to make you feel good, and I don't want to get that to just anybody or multiple people. So I do want to be in a relationship with the right person that can love me the way I want to be loved, and I love him the way he wants to be loved. Like, that has to happen. So that's what I'm open to. Absolutely. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not one of those people like, I'm not gonna get married again, because a lot of yeah, I won't say that. But a lot of people say that. We have friends like that, like they'll never get married again, and they're just so bitter.
I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. I still have a couple of kids at home, but slowly they're trickling away. I don't want to be alone. And my mother keeps telling me, because my father passed away a few years ago on Thanksgiving during COVID. So my mother tells me, before I die, I just want to see you get married again. But I want to see you get married again happily. So would I like that? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I am. I was a housewife. I would get up in the morning. If he had to be to work at 5, sometimes I would cook him breakfast. I made, I did everything. Only thing I didn't do that I've been doing lately is giving massages.
Okay, so you do great massages.
Well, I have somebody that I deal with, and he likes to be massaged, so I massage him. But I'm just that kind of girl. I cook, I clean, I do everything. Okay. Then I'm gonna turn up for you.
Definitely need to turn up.
Yeah, we like role play.
Oh, that's the next home role play?
I haven't done a poem stand yet.
Oh, you mean you're actually doing role? Oh,
no, that story is done. I'm just trying to think of a poem.
Do you have one you could share with us?
I have a poem I could share.
Let's hear something from Black Swan.
Let's hear something.
Yeah, I would love to hear that.
That young man over there wanted to hear something too.
Ooh.
That one over there. Okay. No, we're not going to do that one. Let's do this one. I just finished this one. This one is called Bayou Love. The Bayou, as in Louisiana, not Bayou. The humming like small red birds nestled deep between my legs, begging for sweet nectars, leaving no taste of my honey dregs. The fireflies symbolizing the time slowed down, dancing around the cypress. No sounds, just the flares amongst murky waters, while pelicans dive deep to find their catch. We lay, I atop you, you atop me. Positions, tongues speaking languages unknown. The rays have quieted as the sun hides from sight. In distance, we hear Zydeco celebration of chrome. Hands find love against lathered flesh, hip, thigh, neck, breast. Utter enchantment, commandments met, seconds reach minutes, minutes reach hours, and as the sky showers us with tears of delight, bellows are heard, passionate new heights. Tomorrow, like clockwork, the bayou will sing out. The sun will find the horizon, and our bodies will cry out. You to me to you, us to we, magic. Bayou love.
Nice. I like that. I like that. That was good. Very interesting. Magic. It's like magic. I love it. So beautiful. Yes, I love the play on words. I love the sensuality of it. And I feel the love in there.
Yeah.
I feel the passion in there.
Yeah.
That was nice. You always got to be on top, right? Me atop of you, you atop of me.
The lover.
The lover. That's a good one. That one was good. Wow, that was good. So where do you see yourself in the next? Where would you like to see Black Swan in the next? I don't like to say 5 years. I feel like right now is a right now time. So in the next couple of years, where would you see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself?
Well, I'm back in school, and even if I don't have to finish school, I'm going to do it because I have a son who's going to grad school. He's going to school to be a nurse practitioner, and I have another one who's going to school to be an RN. So,
what are you going to school for right now?
I'm going to school for respiratory therapy.
Okay.
So, I feel like in my writing and in the things that I'll be doing, I'm going to excel. But I want to show my children that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still do it. So I just want to, show them.
Because I'm sure people are blown away right now by saying you had a 31-year-old son and you look all the
daughter.
31.
I have 4 grandchildren.
Yes, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look amazing. You definitely look amazing. You make amazing for having 5 kids and then to have someone 31 and you look as great as you do. But that's good. Like, it's important. I'm glad that you brought that up because, again, family is a big thing to me. And just even, it don't have to be your kids. I tell people all the time, you don't have to have kids. But what we do need to do as adults, especially in our culture, is be responsible and be an example because we need it so much in our community right now. It's showing kids how to aspire, how to reach the next level, to follow their dreams, And for you to say, your son is finishing school, you're going to school, but you're also now, after a 30-year divorce, you're now living out your dreams at your age in life, whatever, being a mature, seasoned adult. But you got a lot of life to live. And you are sitting here going from housewife to entrepreneur, college student, raising your kids, making waves because people love you. You know, we had a sold out show when we did our first show. People are asking for you to come back. This is amazing to start this new chapter in your life after being married for 30 years and now you're free. But what you're showing to your kids and you're showing to everyone out here that there's no age limit, there's no time frame on living out your dreams. If you have a dream, go for it. Live out your dreams.
And don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
And don't care about what people think about you. I don't care about what anybody thinks about me. I used to, but I don't care. You can say what you want. I don't care. There's so many of us pretending that we're somebody that we're not. And you don't have to do that because are you doing that to keep friends? I don't have a lot of friends. My circle is small. Very small. My phone don't ring. You call. I'm just playing.
Answer the phone right now.
But and that's okay. Because I'm a great person. A lot of people would love to be around me, but you have to be careful of who you share your energy with.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have to be careful. Especially when you have gifts. You have to be careful because people will suck you dry.
No pun intended. So look, could be a good thing. So listen, you talked about saying that you're not perfect, you still have healing and growing to do. That's really important because I hear so many people that there's a lot of mental health and a lot of people that go through depression, and I say to those people and to anyone that love yourself right now. It's important that you guys love yourself right now for where you are in life. No matter if you don't feel like you're accomplishing this big goal, if you feel like you are being totally successful, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, guys, this is my tip today for Real Talk with Reese, and I mean this seriously. Love yourself where you are right now because it's all about progress, not perfection. And I think that's where people get thrown off. Is if you're making a little progress and you're moving forward, that's great. You don't have to be perfect right now. Live in a moment. Go after your dreams. Be yourself. I wore my sweatshirt yesterday. Be you, they'll adjust. I mean that. And I'm revamping that and bringing that back out because I think that is very important. That you just be you, and they'll adjust. And that what that means is so yesterday after I got my hair done, I went to pick up a good friend of mine, called her G Unit. A lot of y'all know it's Delina. And we went up to Johnny Malloy's. And they had a patio out there. And we were sitting out there and we were talking. And one of the guys I'm really cool with, shout out to Lonnie and Lois, it's a couple. And I said, they were like, oh, be you, they'll adjust. And Lois kind of took it as negative, the wife. And she was like, oh, I like it. I said, well, you want to buy one? Because it's $39.99, right? I'm messing with her being silly. And she was like, oh, I couldn't wear that. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, it's kind of negative. How? And that is what's wrong with society. That is what's wrong with people in general. Be you, they'll adjust. I'm not even a negative person. What I'm trying to do is let people allow themselves to just be you. Saying they'll adjust means if they are not happy with who you are, they don't have to be around.
They don't have to be around.
We have choices. Everybody has a choice. So be you, they'll adjust is not negative. It's actually positive. I'm trying to encourage you to be yourself because the more you live for you, the more doors are going to open up for you internally, mentally, physically, and in business. Like you have to be okay with being who you are.
Absolutely.
And if you are a person that is not the nicest person, then I'm not saying go around here and be mean, but then you'll probably just be that adjust part is gonna be I won't be bothered with you, right? So be you, they'll adjust. Really, it's just stating that people will adjust to either okay, this person is worth me being around, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll deal with that 20 because I say it's an 80-20 rule in anything in relationships and friendships. Period. 80-20 rule. Nobody is going to be exactly what you want them to be as a friend, even as a mother, a father. But 80% of that core you can deal with, you really like that person, you will adjust for that person. If not, your adjustment is to just not hang with them. Like, quit putting yourself in situations that don't make you better. If you are trying to align yourself spiritually, physically, and in business, all of that makes a difference. Like how you move is going to be how you grow.
Absolutely.
So I think it's very important again that you love yourself right now. Love yourself for who you are right now, and then just make a decision to do better or get better. But absolutely love yourself for who you are right now because I'm gonna tell you, life is like you riding a wave. It's like the ocean. You ride the wave, and at some point you might have to anchor yourself when the storm hit. Anchor yourself when that storm hits. Sit there. That means when I say anchor yourself when the storm hits, that means sit there, let the storm pass, and then you can ride the wave again. But while you anchoring yourself and you sitting in that storm, you're not sitting in that storm crying and losing your mind, but you're be still. Let God talk to you. Let the Spirit come into your life. That's where I think a lot of people mess up is that they don't sit still and just see what the universe is telling them. I'm right now in a sit still moment. That's why I kept saying, "Oh, it don't." I know y'all like she ain't sit still. She all over the place. No,
she sits still.
I keep my commitments. So if I'm committed to doing something, I'm going to go for it. But I'm definitely in a sit still moment where I'm going to just kind of I know what I want to work on. I can tell you now, like I'm literally going to be really getting deeper into my physical health. I'm definitely in the sit still moment where I'm getting ready to work on me 1,000%. Like I know the message that God has given me. I know spiritually that He wants me to take some time and sit down. That's that. Like I'm saying, that ocean. I was riding away. The storm hit. I got to anchor myself to the storm pass and allow myself to see spiritually where my next move is going to be. A lot of times we get and go, oh my gosh, the storm hit. You lose your mind. What I'm going to do? Be still. Sit down for a minute. And I think that's what the people don't take the time to get to know themselves. Like I totally believe it. I know y'all don't understand it, but you will. For the people that do understand it, y'all feel me. But we create the chaos in our own life. If your life is super chaotic, if you are having one thing after another fall apart, stop. You got to stop. You got to sit down. You got to look at what you're doing because it's law of attraction. You're creating some kind of energy, chaotic energy that keeps coming into your life. That doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean that you're like, oh, well, because people, when I say that, I often get questioned. Well, so you're saying that I'm just negative and I'm just a bad person. That's why bad things are happening. No. But what is around you? Are you talking on the phone to that friend that call you every day and be like, girl, such and such, and they gossiping, and all they talking about is negativity? I hang up. I don't even allow people to call me with a bunch of mess. I won't even talk to you. All of that matters. Are you getting up and you taking the time to pray in the morning? I'm like, you have to be grateful. I wake up every morning grateful to wake up. If you can't find nothing good about your life, if you can't find nothing
the
good,
fact that you are alive.
The fact that you woke up, start with that and ride that hard. Like I woke up, yes, be happy about that. You might have $1 in your pocket, but if you focus on the good that you have, more good can come into your life. We do create that. We create the good too. We create the positive things that are going on. As soon as I snapped out of it, and it was normal for me to have a moment of major transition, but I was like, this is I'm like, I can live. I love this life. I love waking up and go sit at the lake, and I'm able to write and pray and meditate. And I've literally had a couple great things that are already opportunities that are flowing in the minute I change my mindset of why this is now my new journey. And people come into my life that have been really great. Um, that probably wouldn't have been there had this transition not happened.
Absolutely.
So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I just tell y'all, love yourself right now. Love yourself for where you are right now. It is progress, not perfection. Makes a little progress every day is great. You don't have to wake up and be perfect because nobody is. But you should, if your goal is to do better or be better, then you should just work on that. And it's little things, you know. I'm going back to yoga because I noticed I stopped doing yoga. I saw some things like not a little off balance. Yoga, it really does help you. Like breathing exercise helps. You know, I do breathing exercise on the show.
Well, keep
We could do some. But yeah, you know, you breathe. Then you count to 8 and let it out. Like y'all, if y'all breathe, I'm telling you, if you do that 6, 7 times a day and just really sit down, it makes a difference. Breathing is healing. Oxygen is healing. But anyway, that's a whole other story. But I wanted to make sure that people hear that when you went through your divorce, when you go through something, look where you came out to be. You went through like something you just said was traumatic. You didn't even have a voice as a child. You didn't have a voice in a marriage. And now you have this beautiful voice. You are showing people and healing people. I mean, you've shown me the messages where you made someone really feel good about being themselves. Because some people, look, there are people that are not very sexual. Let me just break it down like this. Women have 8,000 nerves in their vagina. And some people only, 500 of them only work, and some people, all 8,000 work. We can get this was put into us, right? Mm-hmm. So if all 8,000 of yours work, you're going to be more of a sensual person. If only 500 of your 8,000 work, you're not. It's no right or wrong. But that's just an example of just saying, like, we're all wired differently. You just be you. Roll with how you roll, but be open to being yourself. Because when you love yourself, there is nothing that can stop you. Like, that is the reason why I named my business Love Yourself Productions. Because once I learned to love myself, once I understood who I was and I was happy with this person, nobody can make me upset. Because I'm like, oh, okay, you don't like that? That's okay. That's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to like you. You don't have to like everybody.
Absolutely.
But just roll with what's your journey? What's your goals? Do you have a goal? Because when you know your purpose in life,
write it out.
That's how you function, which is why I say purpose coach, not life coach. Your purpose, if you're purpose driven, you can't be stopped because you waking up focusing on your purpose. I think a lot of people are lost. You were lost. I was lost.
And I still have
divorce.
Triggers.
Yes.
I definitely
because we weren't living in our purpose.
Right. I still have triggers, but
yes.
Sometimes I gotta call you, and I don't even know what happened. I'm like, this just happened, and I don't. And you like, okay, it was a trigger. It's okay.
It's a trigger that you didn't know. We all have those, and sometimes you don't even know that trigger's still there. And then I get mad when I hear the trigger, like, I thought I was over that. I thought I was over that. And where did this come from? And then you just take it in, breathe through it, like, oh, okay. And it's gonna happen. You are human. We human. We gotta stop. People think like you Miss Positive Vibe Queen. I still have moments where I might have to check you. I might have moments where I might get upset, but I just don't live in the moment. That's the key. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I'm super proud of you. I think you're an amazing woman, phenomenal mother. To have to come home and like live in your mom's attic. And then you didn't miss a beat, and you just kept going. And now you live you have a beautiful home. I love it. Your kids are doing well. You got kids in college. You in college. You started on a new book. Like, this is a great news story. It's a testament to how God works. Like, He gave you all of that pain, and you use your pain, and look at what you're doing now. Like, that's amazing.
And I have acquired new people in my life that I love.
Yeah.
Some old, some new, but
so are you dating now? Are you open to if somebody want to know if they could take you on a date?
I am absolutely able to date. I am not in a relationship. I would love to be in a relationship, but I'm not in a relationship. I'm a lot to deal with.
What do you look for in a man?
First of all, I need you to be confident because I keep coming across these guys who like me. Oh, I like you, and oh, I love the way you dress, and oh, I like this about you, and then next thing I know, it's like I had one just recently tell me I don't want to share you with the world. I'm like, what? Or I think you shouldn't wear this. But this is how you met me. Or you're flirtatious. Perhaps I am, but I'm not disrespectful. I flirt with women. That's just who I am. I'm just that kind of person. So it takes a lot.
I don't think you flirt. I think you're very complimentary.
Yeah, I give everybody a compliment. Even when I don't want to work, I'm like, good morning, good morning. Everybody like me. So.
Because you funny too.
But if you are not confident with yourself, you could never deal with somebody like me.
That's true.
Yeah, you could.
And
never.
That's another thing, y'all. Stop trying to date somebody you know you got to change. You can't change nobody. You cannot. We are not able to change people. I don't even want to change you. I don't want to change nobody. Like, you got to meet somebody that's compatible with you.
Right, and somebody who compliments you. Because if you get me, you got a good one. Because I'm going to do everything I can. I'm a ride or die.
Yes,
I'm going to do everything I can, but I'm not changing. I already lived that life. I'm not doing it again. Now, there are some things that you do have to compromise on, and I'm willing to compromise.
Okay. That's good.
But I just need somebody confident. I don't really care about how much money you have, and so, because I came from a 6-figure marriage. I feel like if you all are working together, you can get it together.
That's great. That's good. Because people think you high maintenance.
I'm really not, though.
I mean, you sashay everywhere you go. You just walk in the door like, ooh, like you don't throw
What
flowers
she say?
down.
I just want to dance. I just want to dance.
I just want to dance.
But I'm not high maintenance. Not at all. I probably look like it, but I'm
People say
not.
that about me.
Yeah. Well, that's because we don't want to shop at certain.
I'm bougetto though. I'm not gonna make it up. I'm not even gonna act like I'm not. I'm definitely bougetto.
And I'm used to certain things. So, but I have a lot of those things. I have a bathroom in my bedroom that I can't even use.
What?
Girl, it's so full of clothes.
Your bathroom?
In my bedroom, yeah. Because I had a big house. I had a big walk-in closet. I had all of that. So it's just full of stuff.
I wish I could fit your clothes. Because I would wear a couple things. You know that dress that you got from Charles?
Oh, that one.
That is. Yeah. I was so mad he didn't make that in my size.
I love that dress. But I probably never wear that dress again.
I couldn't even get one of these in that daggone.
You can give me some of those. I would love them.
It's so pretty. That's so me.
That is.
It's black. That black lace to the floor, flowy. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna find that dress. Find that. You got time. Find that dress in my size.
I'm gonna find that dress.
Look at me. I'm always trying to delegate stuff. They say I'm a little boss.
She the boss. She is the boss.
Find that dress for me. Oh shoot! I keep on forgetting I got this on.
Yeah, you do. He wired it.
Oh no. That's just not something else.
I don't think you did. I think that was just your.
It looked like I did. Anyway.
So anyhow.
Did I?
No. Oh,
yes,
you did.
But anyway,
I don't know what you did. I think it just goes to that little hoop. I think it's still connected.
Oh, yeah,
I think so.
I don't know.
He ain't even telling us.
Technical difficulties. He's trying to stay behind the scenes. You know, he the man. He don't need everybody. You know. You got these famous people that like.
They don't want to be seen.
You can come touch.
You can come touch.
See, I hope I didn't break.
Oh, what is that?
You didn't break.
You dropped a couple of people.
I don't get my check for like 6 to 8 weeks. I gotta do better.
You gotta move that chain.
That's what it is. I can take it out. Yeah. Well, anyway, this is the one and only Lee Johnson.
Lee Johnson, everybody.
Super awesome.
Government.
Oh, my bad.
LJ.
LJ in the building. It's a little late, but yeah. Very, very, very awesome. But yeah, so we this book that's coming out. So tell me about I have to bring this up. So what made you write stories about these celebrities? Because you got a couple of really famous celebrities you wrote stories about. You weren't nervous about them figuring out that the story was about them?
Well, in the blog, one of the celebrities, I used not their name, but I used something that he acquired.
That's
and
how
then
I figured it out.
When because initially when I started writing the book, it was going in a total different way. Mm-hmm. And then when they were like, you need to take these dates and turn them into a book, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. So with him, I had to change the original name. Now this story is called The Has-Been, because he's a has-been. She's trying to laugh. Okay. But
he's still doing his thing, you know.
Yeah, okay. But people, he's another one. People try to pretend like they're somebody that they're not. And I really believe that if he really lived in his true purpose, he could excel.
I feel that.
But he's not. And then being around him and some of the things I saw and witnessed, I was like, what is going on here? Because you would never think it. So I think he was one of the first stories. Yeah, he was, well, he might have been the fourth, because the first story was the lover, then it was the hustler, then it was the gambler, and now it's this one.
So do you ever worry about your kids are gonna...
I talk to my kids and I tell my children almost everything. Because I don't want them to go somewhere and somebody be like, oh, that's her mother wrote the pocketbook memoirs. So I talk to my children about everything. Okay. And their friends love me. Just like your kids. They love you. And their friends love me. Yeah, their friends love me. My daughter got a little boyfriend. The mother loved me. And I be saying to myself, she probably like, this lady wild, but she loved me.
You're not really wild.
I just say whatever, and I'm a little free. I'm a little free. But I live in a perfect area to be free.
You do. You do. You do.
So, no, I don't. I talk to them about it. Sometimes I try to read them some of the stories, and they're like, no, I don't want to hear that.
Don't read those stories to them. They don't want to hear that. They definitely don't want to hear that.
I'm like, do you have a word for this? Mom, you need to look up a synonym. Don't ask me. So, no, my kids aren't worried about it. Unlike the way I was raised, I taught my children about sexuality at a young age.
Okay.
So,
what does that look like? What were you teaching them? What were you teaching them? Like,
well, first of all, nowadays they got what do you call it? Sex ed in school.
I don't know what they teach in school now. But
so I don't want you teaching my child this from the book of Dr. Ruth, and my child's still confused. And then I was in nursing school too. So my daughter, I think she was 5 or 6 when I was in nursing school, my oldest one. And I would be studying and she would be getting on my nerves. So I would give her the books to read. She was a reader. And that's what made me say, I'm going to start with him. Because my mother really wasn't, I don't want to say, she was honest that she could be with
my
me.
mother didn't teach me a lot.
Yeah, she was honest that she could be.
Because they thought it was like...
Yeah, you don't do that.
But I wish, and me and my mother talked about this, I wish, and I did, I was way more open with my kids about certain things. Like, if my mother would have told me, we are very fertile.
I wish I would know.
That's a trait. Everybody is not like that. And she would have told me that, I probably wouldn't have had my first son in college. Because if she would have been, and then you knew I was so you should have put me up. I was like the youth leader in church. I was like that kid. I got the key to the city at 16. So my mother really in her head thought there's no way my daughter's having sex. Instead of being realistic, I'm going to college. It don't even matter. You probably should put me on birth control. So regardless, you know what I mean? Because I'm your child, ma. Because my mother is a very free spirit. So I did have those conversations with my kids, with the girls. Like, let me just tell you, everything works very well. Because I had the doctor tell me that I was built to have children. It's like, what? But he was just, and all my friends went to go through menopause right now. I was younger. My friends, either my younger friends or older friends, I literally, none of that. I had no menopause. Everything's just normal. I really don't want to go to menopause, but I would like the other one thing stop happening.
Yeah, I would too.
Like, hello.
I'm
not going to menopause. Let me just make this clear. So my mother, and this is how I should have known at a young age about speaking things into existence and really like energy. My mother, I'm telling you, as a kid, she used to be like, I'm never going through menopause. I'm not going through that. I already made a decision. And I used to be looking at her like, what is menopause? I'm talking about as a kid. As a young kid, she always said, I'm not going through it. And so it made me, once I realized what it was, I've been saying that for years. Like, I'm not going through that thing. I'm not ever going through menopause. I think I spoke it into existence because you could go through it. Menopause is
could go through it.
It's evil. It's an evil thing. There are levels to it. Either I have spoken and I'm gonna believe it because most of my friends, like I'm saying, are definitely going through it. I don't have hot flashes. I went to my last physical. I have no signs, no trace, nothing. Even my doctor was like, "At your age, none of that." Like I think I spoke it into existence. So I'm teaching y'all. Say you're not going through it because I ain't going through that. It's evil. I watch my friends. That's so the things that women have to go through. It's no joke like that. It's life changing. I remember in high school, one of my very close friends, her mom and dad almost got a divorce because her mother was going through menopause.
Oh yeah, because it makes you crazy.
It make you crazy. You mad. You don't even know why you mad. You crying. You don't know why you crying. You have a hot flashes. I was a manager and I had a team of 20 people. I had 8 women, right? 8 women engineers that's all sitting at their desk, and they were all like in the age range of 50, between 45 and 60. Like they all had 20, 30 years. I'm telling y'all, I would walk out from behind my desk, and I was a young manager. I'm in my 20s. And they would all be at their desk standing, and they did not look the same as they walked in the door. Their hair be done. When they went home from work, they had an afro. Yeah. It is torture for the stuff that us women have to go through, Jesus. Why? But we're going to leave that alone. I'm just saying, I'm not going through it.
I haven't even experienced any parts.
You haven't? Oh, that's great.
And I'm monthly.
Look, we're not going through it.
We're not going through it. I'm not doing that because I watched my mother go through it.
I'm not doing it. But anyway, that was just another thing I really believe I spoke to existence because I said, been saying it because my mother said it, so I said it. And my mother's, believe it or not, you saw pictures. You saw it.
I saw it.
My mother about to be 70 in December.
Is she?
Can you believe that?
I love her.
Nobody could believe that. Like my mother, y'all gotta see
She's
my
beautiful.
mother. They kind of a lot of like tall, thin, beautiful, elegant. Y'all very similar. Me and my mother total opposite. I'm the shortest in my whole family. You see everybody tall in my family.
They are tall.
Everybody with me. It's cool though. Anyway, she said that I spoke to existence. I'm not going through it.
I'm not going through it either.
It's done.
My grandfather used to tell me, "Skinny Minnie, put a quarter between your legs."
What that mean?
Girl, I guess I was having too many babies.
What? I cannot. Put a quarter between your legs.
Every time I would come home for a visit, I was pregnant or had a baby. Because Skinny Minnie, you need to put a quarter between your knees. I'm like, huh?
That's that old school
wisdom.
I don't know, but all right.
Like,
Put a quarter. That's okay. We're going to use that one. The quarter work. These thighs, that quarter going to be lost.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm done. I tied my tubes 21 years ago.
I got my tubes tied, and I also had a procedure called an ablation because my menstrual cycles used to be really heavy, and they told me, okay, well, after you have this, you're never gonna have a period again, and
I know plenty of people had that, but
and they were like, well, it's just that you're just so fertile. So I'm kind of glad I got my tubes tied because I don't know what the heck.
yeah, we would have been walking around here having babies at old.
Oh.
Yeah, I tied them tubes at 21 when the twins was born. Shout out to the twins. It's 21 now.
All I got is scrambled eggs now.
Okay. Okay. This girl is a mess.
You ain't getting no baby out there.
Ain't nothing happening. Hey, that's great. Well, I forgot what CJ said when she performed in Atlanta. She said something like, it was ignorant. I don't remember, but she was like, you can shoot your shot. You can shoot up the club up in here because my tube's tied. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. So,
yeah, you can try, but ain't nothing happening.
So, where do people reach you? How do they find out? How do people find where the Black Swan, where your blog is?
Well, I removed the blog.
Okay.
We turned the blog
into the book. Got you. I got it. That makes sense. But where will we find you? On Facebook, Instagram?
On Facebook, it's Janeece C. Turner. And on Instagram, I believe it's THEE_BLK SWAN. Let me make sure.
The Black Swan.
The Black Swan.
Yes. I definitely gonna tag her also on my page so that you can find her. We shout out to Hudson Wines. I gotta give a shout out to Hudson Wines because they are going to be hosting our events. I'm having candle making class, and she's going to be doing poetry at those candle making classes. And it's a vibe. If y'all have never been to Hudson Wines, downtown Bedford, it is Steve and Jolly are a whole vibe. He's a Virgo like me, so that says it enough right there.
Mm-hmm.
But he is graciously opening his doors. This is why it's good to have good people in your life. Like the minute that he knew I retired, he was like, oh, good. So you can come down here more often. You can have a key. You can come in. You can do whatever you want to do. Host events. I already did a couple there, but he was like, I'll put my wine out. They have great wine. Their wine is so good. I think got 16, 18%. They make their own wine, black-owned wine brand. Definitely want to shout them out. And then also some up-and-coming things where you'll be in my new commercial that I'm having for my candles. And everybody keep asking about the first commercial. I'm going to be dropping that for my birthday month in August as I revamp. I just got all my new candle supplies, not all of it, but it just came in. I'm super excited about transforming and rebranding my candle line because in Atlanta, Wakefield is a grocery store chain down south, and I am going to be having a contract to have my candles in all the stores, grocery stores and different stores. And shout out to Pandora Johnson.
That's wonderful.
And so I'm working on that. Definitely would love for this one phenomenal guy, LJ, to help us film that commercial.
Yes.
My first commercial was great, and Erica Irvin, thank you for that, Erica, for shooting that commercial. That was fun. It was a really good commercial. But I would like to do about 2 more because we got to do this on a whole nother.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say you at a different place now.
Yes, that's that part I told you when they say be still and know.
You're
in my stillness, God is telling me, look, I'm trying to give you these millions. You want them or not? My show next week is going to be about mental health. You guys got to tune in. Y'all know I'm big about talking about mental health. But I have Brandy. She is a licensed psychiatric practitioner. She a big time mental health doctor. Powerful young lady. Also, Rashida, she is a trauma specialist. And then I have Tiffany. Tiffany is a licensed LP. She LPN. licensed practical nurse. But we're coming in. We're going to sit down. They're coming in. We're also in talks to do a. They would like to do a TV show with me called New Day. And you would be good guest. Just talking about different things with mental health, going through divorces, relationships, being a mother, juggling life, and also being a vibe. Just really just being able to balance both lives. Yeah. These women all are over the age of 40 and just really opening up and living their lives. It's crazy how that is kind of seem like that's a thing right now. Like black women at 40 are finding themselves and really getting out here and doing the thing. And I love it. And to anyone that wants to start your own business, live your dreams, man, go for it. Life is limitless. There's nothing you can't do. If you believe in yourself, the key to success is just believe in yourself. You got to have faith. You got to be able to know that there's nothing that you cannot do, you know, as long as you visualize it first. So visualize your dreams, put it on paper, write it out, and really put the work in. Things just don't happen overnight. You got to put the work in.
And you got to surround yourself with people who believe in you. Because one thing I learned is that people will say they believe in you and they want to see you succeed. But probably 50% of those people who tell you that, they want you to succeed, just not before them. So you have to surround yourself with the right people.
Any final words you would like to leave the listeners with?
No, just be on the lookout for us and the Back Swan and Love Yourself Productions. And we're going to get this book out. Pocketbook Memoirs.
Pocketbook Memoirs coming soon. We might have to make a movie out of this. To a theater near you. No, for real. Like, because I had Raymel Adams on here, and
he would love it.
Yes, and he would love it. He's a really, really good filmmaker. He got a lot of stuff on Tubi. He got a lot of stuff on all the platforms, actually. Prime, what is it? Prime?
It's Tubi. You got Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Yeah. He everywhere.
His name is everywhere. It's just nobody know what his face looks like LJ over there.
Right. But yeah, he was like, I want to work with you and do something like. I was like, I'm open. I'm ready to just live.
Live out loud. Yes.
Living my best life. Hey, ain't no back and forth with you. I can't say that word on. But yes, be your best. All I can tell you is that stay true to yourself, love yourself, be a vibe, make happiness the end goal. If you strive to be happy, everything else will fall in place. Find your peace, find your place, and pray. Don't forget to pray, y'all. That's what we get lost out here. Like, don't forget to pray. It's important to pray. You gotta pray. You gotta be praying, and you gotta be grateful. Be grateful for where you are now. Oh, and then also, I'm getting ready to go to a football game. Shout out to the Cobras. They're having a game today, semi-pro football team in Cleveland. And shout out to Mac Madness, my trainer, that is probably so frustrated with me. But first of all, I said, I needed 2 weeks. I'll be back. I'm back on Monday. I'm ready. Let's go. 2-a-days.
She got it. You got it.
I got it. I'm getting my Miss Parker back, y'all. I promise myself. By January, I'm going to have made a significant change. Couldn't get that out. In this body right here, okay? Miss Parker is on the way. Let's go. We're with No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. Tune in next week. Real Talk with Reese, man. We're going to have some great guests. We're talking about mental health, y'all. It's something that we definitely need to talk about, something that's near and dear to my heart, something I had a lot of experience with in my personal life with one of my children, that I was able to save their life through love and the right medication and the right therapy. And he was supposed to be a lost cause, and he's an amazing.
He's an amazing young man. Yes, he is.
And he is striving and thriving. So, but the key to that is love. Like, you gotta love people through these problems and love through everything. And mental health is serious.
And you gotta take it serious.
And these doctors that are coming on are gonna give you a lot of tips, and they'll talk about it. Like Randy said, mental health is just like if you got diabetes or high blood pressure. You gotta treat it. You have to treat it. And you have to take care of yourself. You can't just do that old school stuff of everybody got the crazy uncle. They just say that's the crazy uncle. No, your crazy uncle needed some help. He did not get it. Okay, so we're gonna give you some tips on how to do that. I believe that we all have the power inside of us to heal each other. A kind word goes a long way. Just believe yourself and be a whole vibe. Be a whole vibe, right? Because that's what I am. Peace and love, everybody. See you next week.
See you next week. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Now I got to get out this chair.
There we go.
Wait. Give me the box.
Here, I got it.
You stop that.
My booty's sweating.
You don't need no booty?
I know it's big, ain't it?
You don't take pictures before you leave.